The most frustrating thing about men is that you will refuse to acknowledge when you're being flirted with. Like, I'll go, oh baby, you're so handsome. And he'll go, did you know that in 500 BC, the Egyptians believed
look good and you take care of your body, you go work out at the gym and you're physically fit, people will actually perceive you as more intelligent and more successful and more attractive. This is called the halo effect, and psychology actually backs this up. If they perceive you having one positive trait, they also assume that you have multiple other positive traits as well. So if they see someone who is physically fit, not only are you going to be treated differently than someone who is an overweight person, you are going to be seen as more attractive, more successful, more intelligent, kinder, without even knowing who you actually are or what you do. So when people say pretty privilege is a thing, I would also go as far to say that fit privilege is a thing. Your body is your physical resume to the outside world. How you treat yourself is how other people are going to treat you as well.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right, 5 signs that you're way more attractive than you think. A lot of men, okay, they're going to follow a certain rhetoric of, it's very internet based, of what makes you attractive and what doesn't make you attractive, and guys get down on themselves. But we're just gonna cut through all the BS and let's get straight into it. Number 1, you care about your appearance because it makes you feel like you. You care about your appearance because it makes you feel like you. This includes getting your hair cut. This includes taking after your grooming, your beard. This includes looking in the mirror and liking what you see, body game, working out, all of it, water intake, supplements, all of it, because you like how you feel and you like what you see. It's not about anyone else. We already know what women like. Now, do you feel good about yourself? Because a lot of these talking points, it's like, it kind of makes sense. Women like fit men. Women like muscular men. Women like confident men. Women like tall men. Now, dudes always think that that's the end all be all. I'm just throwing that out there. There's nothing you can change there, but the things that you can change are right in front of you, but a lot of guys aren't doing it anyway. So guys who are actually attractive stumble onto this stuff, hear it, and they're like, wait a minute, it's easier to go that route. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because a bunch of things are going over your head. You match your clothes, you like your shoes, you buy new things, you put things together, you have your own sense of fashion. People gravitate towards it. Damn, you looking sharp today. You look good today. Where you get that shirt? Damn, that haircut is fire. Your fade is fire. It's crispy. That taper is fire. You took the first step to do that for you, and other people notice. You take care of yourself. You get up in the morning, you hit the bathroom, you brush your teeth, take a shower, you look at yourself in the mirror, you like what you see. You are more attractive than you think, and stop getting down on yourself. Number 2, you have positive interactions with women. See, there's so much talking like the negative, but there's positives that you don't even see. For instance, a woman can make an assumption about you that you're a player. That's a good interaction, whether she gives it up to you, goes out on a date with you, keeps interacting with you or not. You understand? Oh, there's no way that you're single. I don't believe that. That's a positive interaction. A woman stops and talks to you, but then says like, oh, I have a boyfriend. That's not a bad interaction. She would have said that first if she wasn't even attracted or had any slight interest of getting your attention. Women don't want every dude's attention. There's layers to this. But when you're focused on the small W's, when you're focused on, damn, that outcome didn't go the way I wanted it to go, you're going to have a negative mindset. You understand? You have positive interactions with women, but because certain women are saying certain things or something happened, you're overlooking the positive. No, a lot of positive things happen when it comes to women. So if a woman has a bunch of assumptions about you, she swears she knows you, you're no good for her, that's a positive interaction. A woman thinks that you're just gonna play with her time or you're gonna waste her time so she doesn't want to deal with you, that's a positive interaction. A woman talks to you and you invite her out somewhere, you get her information, it doesn't fall through. There was a positive in there because you wouldn't even have got that far. If you weren't somewhat attractive, you are more attractive than you think. Stop worrying about the outcome. Worry about you. Worry about you and what you're getting out of it. See, when men are selfish, you're like, oh, that approach is setting me up for the next approach. Okay, I got these chicks lined up right here. something only fell through with 2 of them, but that's gonna line me up for the rest. I'm not worried about the other rejections. I'm worried about where I got in. I get in where I fit in. That's all I'm concerned about. Telling you, bro, guys, a lot of times, the reason why I said a woman thinks that you're this and you're that, she won't want to deal with you, and guys will take this as a negative thing, like, damn, that's the one I really wanted. You cannot think like that. You got to keep pushing forward. You would have never been in that position. Guys are like, she keeps looking at me. You go up and you talk to her, and then she rejects you. She was still looking at you. For whatever reason, she's rejecting you. That's on her. That's on her. She playing games. There's a bunch of reasons why they play games with dudes who they find attractive. Don't ever worry about that. Because in these interactions, you're going to get soft rejections. It's not going to be like a woman. See, that's another one. You get soft rejections. You don't get harsh rejections where it's like, you thought you could talk to me? It's never like that. Be grateful. I'm telling you, you're more attractive than you think, which falls into number 3. You don't think that women don't like you. That's a common thing with dudes. They automatically think women don't like them. You wait until a woman tells you otherwise, but until then, you think she's going to be feeling you. Whether it's on the apps, you walk up to her at your job, wherever, you understand that women are checking for you. You understand? You're not hooping and hollering and kicking and screaming like, no, women are checking for me and this, that, and the third. You're like, nah, women are checking for me. I just tend to be more reserved, or I'm over here and I'm busy, I'm stacking, I got a goal over here, but that doesn't mean that women don't want me, because when I'm making these videos, I don't want it to get lost in translation. Men are staying single because they have a goal. You're not a part of it. They could partake in some fun with you, but nothing long term. Men are staying single because they could have women, but they ain't ready to spend nothing. They ain't willing to spend any time. They're not willing to, but they can attract women. You understand? Follow me. You don't assume that women don't like you, because that's why a lot of guys have trouble when it comes to attracting women or attracting anything in their life, because they think they're not going to get it. They think they're not going to get anywhere. They think they're not worthy. That's a BS mindset to have. When you think that women don't like you, women are not going to like you. You understand? Nobody's going to like you. And it's not that you're searching for someone to like you, but you walk with your head held high. Like, you know, anybody would be in a good position with me, being next to me, being involved with me, because I got a lot to offer. And that's also a part of being attractive. But what a lot of guys do is they sulk, they put their head down out here, and they're like, I don't have a lot going for me, plus that, plus I don't think she'll like me, plus I don't think this person will accept me, plus this, plus that. And it's like this snowball effect. How can you think negative about yourself when it's all about the positive self-talk? And when you have that confidence, bro, you're unstoppable. So I'm letting you know right now, if you have a mindset of, I bet she feeling me, that's a positive. You're more attractive than you think. If you have a mindset that says, she probably won't even like me, that's going to stop you from making anything happen. Number 4, you don't follow the rules of what's acceptable and what's not. So, you know, when we're talking about attraction, people who don't follow the rules, not break the law, there's a difference, but people who don't follow the rules stick out. They have their own sense of style, their own sense of the way they do things. They're never afraid to check somebody. You know, they're never afraid to stand up for what they believe in. That's very attractive. People are pushovers, people pleasers, nice guys. That doesn't help you. See, there's a little level of selfishness in there. It's very sexy, it's very attractive, because what it screams is, I can't lose and I won't lose. I will not allow you to let me lose. That's very attractive. And when we're speaking about women, why do you think they go towards certain dudes that they go towards? Because it's very appealing to them. He goes by his own rules. And if you're that type of guy, you don't mind standing out. See, people can't stand alone and stand on their own. When you're the type of guy that says, I don't care who likes me, I don't care who doesn't like me, but I know that's going to ultimately be the reason why people like me. When you're this type of guy, you're attractive, way more attractive than you think. Guys fall into the, I'm an introvert. You understand? Nobody understands me. So that's why they think they have a hard time attracting. No, you're going to be that guy, or you're going to be this guy, the guy that says that, you know, I'm good with it or without it, but I already know who I am and what I'm about. And once again, that's very attractive. It's your mindset. Your mindset says, I will not give up on myself. I cannot and I will not lose. Now, once again, let's bring it back to women. You cannot and you will not lose. That sounds like a leader to me. And who has to follow the leader? Let's get into number 5. You've used your personal experience to craft how you do things. And you don't follow somebody else saying, well, that only worked for them because XYZ. You understand what will work for you because of XYZ. You don't do a lot of comparing to other people. And you also have experience making things happen to the point where you have been doing the choosing rather than sitting around waiting to be chosen. This is what I mean about the positive interactions with women going right over dudes' heads. You've been choosing a lot of women in your life. I know people are going to get in the comment section and they're going to have to really think about it, but they're going to be like, yeah, he's right. You know, you're focused on, well, she's not hot compared to this woman, or she's not this compared to this woman, or what I saw on Instagram. No. All women are one and the same. So think about it. Have you been able to do the choosing rather than sitting around waiting to be chosen? A lot of guys are going to say yes. Even if it's very minimal, you can go back to a time in your life where, damn, I had the option to go here or go here. You're more attractive than you think. You know, sometimes we're so caught up with work. We got things to take care of. We're not really focused on like dating, or sometimes we get rusty. So guys, their skills get rusty and then it makes them feel even worse because they're like, yo, I used to have choice. I used to be able to do the choosing. Now it seems like I have to sit around and jester max or whatever they call it until I, you know, get the shot to be chosen. No, it's not true. You can still do the choosing off of what happened there. It's just that you're rusty and you need to put yourself out there. You understand? But you've had this happen in your life before. So if you look up a statistic, right, that says the average man in his lifespan, he's only going to have 5 to 7 sexual encounters in his life, partners in his life, right? Now you yourself say, well, I've had 15. Should I've had 10? I've had 12. Out of all those 10, 12, or 15, right, at the minimum, all those women chose you? No, you did the choosing. You understand? You're losing sight of that. You're way more attractive than you think. The reason why I made this video today is because you have channels dedicated to, oh, well, I'm not this, or, you know, just being very doom and gloom. And they're never trying to uplift men, saying that you can turn everything around. You can change the outcome for you, not the outcome with her, but for you. And changing it for you leads to everything outside of you. It's called attracting. Starts with you. You attract everything. It begins and it ends with you. But too many men are hung up on what won't work or what won't go my way or what I'm not. Well, what can you be? What can you become? You know, where you start isn't going to be where you finish when it comes to yourself. You understand? Because there's a saying with women, you know, how you start is going to be how you finish, because you can't turn back time with them, but with yourself. How you start is not how you finish. Guys need to believe in themselves, bro. Well, she won't go for that, because you hear things like that. She won't go for that. Well, how the hell would you know if you don't even try? How the hell would you know that you can't achieve that if you don't even go for it? It's about everything. It's about life. Don't look at yourself and think that I'm nothing. I'm a slouch. I can't get anything going, because 9 times out of 10, it ain't true. You're listening to somebody else and what they think about themselves. And then you're attaching yourself to it because maybe they said one thing that could possibly apply to you. Nah, bro. Trying to uplift my brothers. Do not get down on yourself. You are him. They are them. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
This is what I want to debunk. Okay, men be saying women do care about looks. Women want her men to look good. If you want a trophy on your arm, she wants you to be somewhat decent. You ain't got to be the finest thing in the world. But women want attractive men the same way men want attractive women. So men have to stop thinking, oh, because I got money, I don't got to look good. And a lot of dudes use that as an excuse to not try to look better for themselves. Like, oh, I don't gotta work out because I got money. See. Oh, I don't gotta brush my hair like that because I got money. I don't gotta be nice because you still have to be a decent looking person and a decent human being to get a woman, because women just don't want any kind of man.
Yes,
you still gotta look good.
It's a requirement to have a haircut. Like, man, I don't want that growing down the back of your neck.